In this quick tip, learn how to change the authentication browser mode in Remote Desktop Manager to use an external web browser instead of the embedded one. By default, authentication opens in an embedded browser. While this works in most cases, it does not support the workspace browser extension. If that extension is part of your workflow, switching to an external browser is recommended. It's also important to understand how the default option behaves. The default setting follows the application-wide configuration. To configure a specific data source, open Remote Desktop Manager. Go to File, then select Data Sources. Edit the data source that requires authentication. Now in the Edit window, go to the Advanced tab and locate the Authentication Browser Mode setting. From here, you have three options. Default will automatically use the application-wide setting. Then the embedded mode forces authentication in the embedded browser, while the external mode opens authentication in your web browser. Now, if the application-wide setting uses the embedded browser, selecting default will also use the embedded browser. To use the workspace browser extension for this specific data source, select external, then save the changes. To configure the setting application-wide, go to File, then Settings. Navigate to Advanced, then User Interface. And now disable the option Use Embedded Browser for login. With this option disabled, the application uses your default web browser for authentication. As a result, any data source set to default will now open authentication in the external browser. If needed, you can still override this behavior on specific data sources by selecting embedded or external. Using an external browser is especially useful when your workflow includes the workspace browser extension, ensuring full compatibility during authentication. If you'd like to know more, feel free to consult our documentation and knowledge base articles.